I keep being told that we have this serious problem of population collapse. Why is this a problem? Well, it seems obvious to most people that if the population's collapsing, then the number of people is going to run out at some point. And that's terrible. Let's analyse why. Elon Musk is a great proponent of this idea that the problem is population collapse. Therefore, human beings should have more children. And this will solve that problem. Now, why is he concerned about the number of human beings? Well, he's concerned about the extinction of the species. Species don't care if they go extinct. But individual people absolutely are concerned about losing their own lives, their quality of living going down, problems getting worse. What human beings really need is to solve problems. Everywhere in the universe, where there are people, there are problems. And the problems need to be solved. In order to solve a problem, you need to find a solution. To find a solution requires creativity. The entity that creates solutions to problems and has problems in the first place is a person. If you begin not from the position that the real concern is population collapse and that humans will go extinct, but if instead you begin from the position that what we need is a concern about a lack of creativity, then you'll reach different conclusions. Because the only solution to the parochial problem of population collapse here on Earth of humanity is more human beings, people to breed more. Okay. But that itself is not the universal problem. The universal problem is the problem of a lack of creativity. One solution to a lack of creativity is to avoid population collapse, is to have more children. More power to people who have more children. I'm fully on board with that, and I think we should have a greater population. But, big but here, I want to say that it's not the only solution to the problem of needing more creativity, which is the really, truly deep problem. So let's go through the solutions to lack of creativity. We need more creativity. Solution number one. Every human being on Earth should have more children. Children are creative. They grow up to be creative human beings who can solve problems. And that introduces more creativity into the universe. Again, the reason that we need more creativity in the universe is so that people will solve their problems and the world will become a better place. That's solution one. Have more children. Solution two. Longer lives. If you want more creativity in the world, if you want to solve more problems more rapidly, just get everyone who exists here now to live longer lives. Combining one and two, have more children, and ensure all of them live far longer lives, will be even better. We have a compound solution of both of those. That's wonderful. But more children and avoiding so-called population collapse isn't the only solution to the situation of needing more creativity. Indeed, the only solution to population collapse is not having more children. Another solution is have people live longer. Now, I know that Elon Musk says things like people's minds become ossified over time as they get older, but he doesn't understand why. I would say it's anti-rational memes. And so that leads to a third solution to more creativity. Solution three. Better ideas for each individual. So even if we didn't have more children, more people having more children, even if we didn't have each person living a longer life, both of which I think are eminently possible, we could do my third thing, which is have everyone have better ideas by curing themselves of anti-rational memes. Once you're cured of anti-rational memes, you yourself will flourish better, be more creative, and be able to come up with better solutions. If the entire world was able to transition from thinking in authoritarian ways to thinking in rational, creative ways, that would also solve the problem of needing more creativity, solving our problems more rapidly, making the world a better place, and would also mean that so-called population collapse wasn't a thing because those more creative people would also solve that problem in various ways that I can't even think of. That's the third solution. Better ideas and avoiding anti-rational memes. Solution four. Artificial general intelligence. So this is more people. This solves the population collapse, but it's not more humans. It's children, but AGI children. And if you combine that with the previous three solutions, more human beings, having each human being live a longer life, number three, importantly, each of those human beings being able to conjure better ideas because they avoid more anti-rational memes, they think more rationally, more creatively. Combine all of that with AGIs who are trained in such a culture where you have less anti-rational memes, that also produces more creativity, more solutions, and is able to solve more problems more rapidly. Solution five, more liberty. If we can eliminate laws, regulations, and restrictions on people being able to explore the space of ideas better, then even if we don't have more human beings, even if they don't live longer, even if they don't individually have fewer anti-rational memes and generally better ideas at a better rate, even if we don't have AGI, but they have more liberty, they're able to engage in free exchange of ideas by not being frustrated in that attempt by regulation of speech, if they're able to participate in a fully capitalist free market society where people aren't taking their money, taxation is reduced, all of that. In other words, more liberty, that also will solve the problem of getting more creativity, solving more problems, and avoiding population collapse, because once more, people with more liberty will tend to do all of those things that lead to those first four solutions. So that was number five, more liberty. Solution six, new and better institutions. This is related to number five, where I say more liberty, but this I'm focusing in particular on the more general issue of governance, society, and culture, where people are encouraged by not being required to go to school, by not being required to adhere to authoritarian ways of participating in society, because the police are more friendly, Teachers have evolved into something other than authority figures. The government is there to protect you rather than to instruct you. Better institutions that have slowly and incrementally increased their capacity to facilitate societies and cooperation in ways that allow for a flourishing of knowledge creation. So again, this encapsulates everything else I've said previously. Solution 6, new and better institutions that are couched in terms of knowledge creation and creativity. That will help solve the problem of not enough creativity in time to solve the problems we have in time, before population collapse happens, if that's a problem. Solution 7, alien civilizations. I include this one just to say that the unlikely is always around the corner. We can never predict future discoveries, future problems, what we might encounter that we haven't yet thought of. I don't expect alien life that's intelligent to appear in our skies anytime soon. But that's just to say, I can't predict anything about what will appear in the sky or rise out of the sea anytime soon that might hinder or help us. But this problem of having problems is only solved by more creativity, which can come from a lot of places, one of which is human beings having more children, just one. But it's always the one that's being put forth by Elon Musk in particular. But what I want to say is, there are many other solutions to the genuinely deep problem of needing more creativity, only one of which is having more human beings. And I want more human beings. I'm not denigrating the more human beings idea. I'm just saying it's one out of many possible solutions to our circumstance. Another is people other than human beings. AGI would be one. Alien life would be another. Either of which could be around the corner, but there's absolutely no reason to think they genuinely are around the corner, because I see no signs that we're making progress towards either in terms of SETI or in terms of artificial intelligence research. None of that seems to be leading to different kinds of people about to be discovered. I think the search for AGI at the moment resembles the search for SETI in that we're kind of blindly groping in the dark. But in either case, these are possible ways of getting more creativity into physical reality. One of those is to have more children. Another is for each person to live longer. Another is for each person to have better ideas, more liberty in better institutions, which hopefully will raise AGI in. And when the aliens finally do come, they'll look at us and see us as far more enlightened than what we are now. All of which will contribute to more creativity and making physical reality, our universe,